Yo, what it do? This is your boy BLK Finesse. We are here for another video to watch. 1 in a million, 10 unusual and most unique people on earth. I don't really know what to say after that. We just go ahead and knock it out. Let's see what they're talking about.
While concentrating on themselves and their problems, people usually drive themselves into a terrible depression because of things which are not really worth it. If you know that you like to whine and be sad, then this video is for you.
I like to whine and be sad.
Because we've collected a selection of people who, despite the fact that they have every right to whine, be sad, and cry from despair, live with a proudly raised head, as well as smile and go against fate. Today, we are going to see many courageous people who are not really guilty of their problems. At the same time, they will do their best to overcome even the most complex obstacles. I hope that after watching it, you will take a fresh look at your wonderful life and realize
at least they're happy, man. Because I know it's really not fair that they had to grow up like that. But in all honesty, there's really nothing you can do but be happy about your life and try to live it the best way you can. Because at the end of the day, it's not really going to change. You know, kudos to them. Like, I'm proud of them for staying up, staying happy about it. You know, keep doing y'all.
Bathsheba Barun was born with her heart outside. However, despite the real difficulties, she lives a full life. According to her doctors, it's a pure miracle. Famous experts from all around the world were sure that Bathsheba was not even destined to be born. But the girl not only saw the light of day, but lives an amazing life, which fortunately, her parents managed to give her. While she was still inside her mother, Bathsheba did not form some muscles, which led to the fact that her heart is located outside the chest. It is protected only by a thin layer of skin, so the girl must wear special protection for life, since the slightest damage can lead to a fatal outcome.
Yeah. She wouldn't be able to do anything
Bathsheba
physical.
Barun lives an active lifestyle and even works as a model. Parents try to make their daughter's life complete in every possible way. They wanted to raise a happy person, and they succeeded.
Well, I mean, at least she can dance.
Mohammed Kaleem is a 13-year-old boy from India who was born with a rare disease.
Sheesh.
This child has hands of incredible size. In addition, his hands
that boy looked like he would just grab your face.
And recently, Mohammed even had to leave school because it became simply impossible to continue studying with such hands. But the worst part is that Kaleem's hands are still growing. It is unclear what will happen to the boy soon.
The question is, can he move his fingers? I'm pretty sure he can.
Stan Larkin's life experience is very different from ours. You can't even think about things which happened to this guy. Stan Larkin was born in a family where heart problems are more the norm than pathology. Therefore, already by the age of 23, his heart stopped beating, and then he had a Sync Arcadia device implanted. This guy supported his life until he was able to find a donor's heart. The device, which works like an artificial heart, was strapped to his back and worked for 555 days. Larkin still got a new heart in 2016 at the age of 25.
I wonder. I mean, at least he's staying fit. I mean, great job, bro. I mean, that's pretty much what you got to do. But for him to get a heart transplant twice, that's different, man.
Nick Vujicic is a man who, despite everything, was able to become a truly happy person. Nick Vujicic was born without arms and without legs, but he managed to live a full life. He also managed to find himself a profession, get married, raise 4 children, and become someone who inspires and motivates people from all around the world. Nick Vujicic enjoys life in a way that no one else can. He travels and conducts seminars where he forces people to change their lives for the better. This person had to struggle from the very beginning of his life, but Nick managed to pull himself together and change everything in his life.
Yes, sir.
Isaiah Acosta is one of the few children in the world born with an inverted body position. This is a condition in which all the major organs are in the wrong place. He also doesn't have a lower jaw. When Isaiah Acosta was born, the doctors told his mother that her son would not survive the night, but the boy managed to cheat death. Despite all the difficulties, he lives a hard but happy life and is even seriously engaged in rap music.
Yes, sir. I want to hear what he sounds like, though. Yeah. I'm not gonna make bread.
Jessica Cox is a girl who was born without both hands as a result of a rare birth defect. She is known as the first person in the world without hands to become a licensed airplane
Without
pilot.
arms, my guy.
Jessica is also the owner of a black belt in Taekwondo. It would seem that fate is predetermined, but it's not.
Her
the
kicking
case.
skills gotta be fire.
Jessica Cox is a perfect example of how even the most insurmountable difficulties can be successfully left in the past. If a girl without hands
She can put on
become
contacts
a pilot,
with her feet?
then you can definitely figure out your problems. Tilly Lockey often calls herself a cyborg girl because of her mechanical hands. At the age of 15 months, the girl was diagnosed with a severe diagnosis, but her parents refused to believe it and did everything so that their daughter lived and enjoyed her life.
That's dope.
The vital energy of adults was transferred to the girl, and she began to fight for the right to be happy.
So, can she actually
What can I
move her
say?
fingers?
We have a teenager with a myriad of problems, but she smiles more often and sincerely than well-off adults.
Now, I don't. Okay, so from what I've seen, she had a nub. Okay, so the question is, can she move? Is there buttons on the inside the arm that actually makes her move, or is it just her actually with her nerves? If they connect to her nerves, that's dope. I really hope I don't get copy. I really hope I don't get copyright for this.
She suffers from such a rare disease that doctors have not been able to make an accurate diagnosis. Mandy was born with legs that already exceeded all norms at birth, but the most frightening thing is that they continued to grow disproportionately.
She got to be
As
like
you can
6'3".
see, it brings a lot of difficulties to a young woman. This young and beautiful girl is doomed to a physically difficult and sometimes unbearable life. Mandy is genuinely surprised that her peers led a sedentary lifestyle because if she had the opportunity, running in the morning would be her favorite routine.
At least she can drive. At least she can move around.
Caleb Mutombo is a guy with a weight of 32 kilograms
He kinda look like
and a height
Kodak.
of 113 centimeters. Even thinking of him causes sadness, but it's not the case, because admiration and pride for this person are more appropriate here.
Yeah.
Born with a defect, he became a bodybuilder, even though the smallest in the world, a swimmer, an inspiration, and a truly good person. Just look at the person who has really good reasons not to visit the gym at all.
I feel like I've seen him on Instagram.
Monica Riley weighs 320 kilograms and is not going to stop. There was a time when this girl could not lose weight and therefore decided to gain it. What for? To become the fattest woman in the world. It sounds quite absurd because in addition to this proud title, a whole bunch of health problems and the inability to live a full life are attached.
Okay, so she just living the best she can live. Just, I mean, until she has time. You feel me? She just, I guess, living the best life she can.
Sultan Kosin is the tallest man in the world.
Yeah, I've
His
seen
height
this one.
is 252 centimeters. Because of such a specific appearance, he has to order tailored clothes and shoes, although this is the least of his problems. Such a height causes many diseases. Doctors have to use increased doses and unique approaches since Sultan can't be treated in a regular way.
Huh. He gotta be like 7.
Megan Gann
3,
is not a
7'4".
pretty little girl, but a woman who suffers from a rare kind of dwarfism. As of today, no more than 40 similar cases have been registered. Megan's height is only 100 centimeters, but this does not prevent her from teaching in elementary school. Duong Jae was lucky enough to become not just the owner of the largest hands in the world, but also the only girl of her kind with such an incurable pathology. Nadia Lauricello was born with Focomelia syndrome, that is, without fully formed limbs and body. The doctors did not believe that the girl would live to be 5 years old, but Nadia surprised everyone. Not only did she not die so early, but the girl also lived a full life. Sports, work, social networks, and even her first love. She's doing great in all aspects.
That's dope, man.
Stephen Ludwig suffers from a severe bone disease, but he decided to choose an active, rich, and fulfilling life. In addition, he did not regret it for a day.
Oh, that's tough.
While
You can play
working hard
basketball
in
with
the
some high
gym,
shoes.
He managed to create a strong, muscular frame. He took more than one course of strengthening the body with doctors,
That's
and
tough.
even came up with special shoes for himself.
Yeah.
Someone is too lazy to get out
And
of
you can play
bed.
basketball in them
Someone
joints?
does everything so that it is possible for him to wake up the next morning.
Wait, is he young? How old is he? He's skilled though.
Pollyanna Hope lives with one leg and one prosthesis, but this did not stop the strong-willed girl from realizing her dream of becoming a ballerina.
Oh yeah, yes sir.
Tiffany is a professional dancer with a height of just over 1 meter. She has a curved spine, deformed ribs, displaced internal organs, and many concomitant diseases, which did not become an insurmountable obstacle on the way to the cherished goal. She always wanted to dance, and what stands in the way of your dream? Praddock has a height of only 102 centimeters, and he
He
is
built.
the shortest competitive bodybuilder in the whole world. Today, he is recognizable and respected, but 5 years ago, he was despised and ridiculed by everyone. The long, hard, and thorny path was full
And that's the thing, bro. They never asked for that, bro. They never asked for that. Part of me always wondered what caused them to be born like this, bro. And I'm not going to say I blame the parents or anything because we don't know if it's an underlying condition because I don't know what specifically it is. But these kids have never asked for that, bro. It's not right for y'all to clown them and make fun of them, bro, because I'm pretty sure they didn't want to be like that, bro. Now they're forced to live a life where they have to accept it. So I need y'all to start giving them more credit, bro.
disappointments, failures, and falls. But time has passed, and looking back, Praddock can say with
I've seen
confidence that it was worth it.
Even though I never understood why people put gold tanning or something on you.
Zion Clark is a wrestler without
I've
legs.
seen that too.
The guy suffers from caudal regression syndrome, a dangerous genetic disease when the spinal cord and all the underlying limbs and organs cease to develop at the level of the sacrum. Clark grew up without legs, was despised, had no friends, constantly complained and whined, but at one point he said to himself, "Enough, no more excuses," and after adding this caption on his back, he began to live fully. This fateful decision marked the beginning of a
Yo,
grueling training.
what, bro?
which
Why
led
y'all despising these people, man? They didn't ask to go through that, bro. Now look at him. He's built. Probably stronger than most of y'all, bro.
to an amazing result. Today, Zion is a worthy wrestler in his weight category, a successful businessman, a motivator,
I'm
and
talking
just a
about.
strong personality from whom you and I definitely
We're
have
gonna be
something
sleeping
to
on
learn.
these people, man. Now, that's a question. I don't know how that wrestling thing works, but is that really how can you lose with? How are you able to lose? I don't think you can lose with just, an upper half.
Lauren Wasser is a girl with golden legs. Initially, after the operation, Lauren locked herself in a room and fell into a terrible depression. But a little later, she wiped her tears and decided to live the brightest life.
Yeah, I don't think anything wrong with that, man. It could have been worse,
Cancer
man.
was able to hit Tina Hyatt Earl's nose, but not her fighting spirit. When a 43-year-old girl from Texas was diagnosed with a terrible diagnosis, she made a difficult decision and agreed to a complete nose removal for the sake of living her life. At first, Tina was worried about how she would be perceived by others and wore a prosthesis despite the pain and inconvenience that it caused. But thanks to the support of a loving husband and children, as well as her incredible determination and confidence, Tina was able to accept herself as she is. She is happy even
Yeah.
without a nose.
Yeah.
Kenneth Brumley weighed almost 500 kilograms, which is why he was bedridden for 4 years, until his wife signed him up as a participant on a well-known TV show in America, where Brumley was able to perform drastic changes.
Hey, kudos to them, man. Like, you don't see a lot of people that actually accept those for who they are, bro. Cause just like the lady with the no nose, bro. She has a husband that's able to take care of her, give her the confidence she needs to continue to keep living her life, bro. That's actually big, bro. You don't see a lot of that nowadays, bro. Man, keep doing what y'all doing. Don't feel negative. Y'all are great, bro. Y'all are great to even be human, be alive. Like I said, it could be worse. Y'all could be dead, or y'all couldn't have more limbs. You could have less skin. It don't matter, bro. keep living your life, because you didn't ask to be here, but the most you can do is still have a reason to be here. You feel me? It's your boy BLK Finesse. We on to the next video.